Hi guys, buongiorno. So they said if God gives you lemon, make some lemonade. I would say if the school gives you some chocolate, make some chocolate salami, right? I want to share with you today one of the multiple ways of cooking with chocolate. So since you probably ends up having a lot of chocolate, or maybe if you just want to give some inspiration on how to use the chocolate, I'll show you what you can do. Chocolate salami is just the shape of the salami. Yes, Pepe, it's just the shape of the salami. Right, Pepe? Is it right? Yes. It's just the shape. Is not a salami stuffed with chocolate. That wouldn't be good. So let's take a look at the ingredients for making a chocolate salami. First of all, you need some dry cookies. These are called Maria cookies, and you can find them in the international aisle next to the Mexican product. They are made in Spain, but you can find them right there next where all the Mexican products are at Publix, or I guess in the international section of any grocery store. Then you need half a cup of sugar. You need 2 sticks of butter. Remember, this is for making 2 chocolate salami, and unsalted, of course. This is optional, but I like to add some nuts to the chocolate salami, and this is what just I got on the pantry. I got some cashews, some walnuts, and some almonds. Unsalted, of course. You can also use salted if you like it. But above all, you need chocolate. So in this case, of course, I'm using the world's finest chocolate as per the school fundraising. And I would only use the dark chocolate if I have to make this recipe and I have the possibility to choose. But since I know there's not that many dark chocolate on the boxes, and also it's very requested, I try to add 2 of almonds and 2 of caramel, and it turns out good. So if you want to mix and match those chocolate bars, you can. Just be sure that you have at least 4 or 5 of dark chocolate in your mix. So you need about 10 ounces. So that's why I'm using 9 bar, because it's about 10 ounces in total. So the first rule when you cook with chocolate is that you never want to melt the chocolate directly on a stove, on a pot on a stove, because this is gonna burn the chocolate. So you need to do what is called a double boiler. Some of you might have a double boiler, some of you might not have. So the only thing you have to do is to take like a saucepan casserole, one bigger and one smaller, put some water in the big one, just enough, probably a couple of inches from the bottom, and then you put the other one on top. The concept is that this pot, the one we're gonna put the chocolate in, needs to float on the water. So the heat will come from the boiling water underneath instead of the stove directly. So what we wanna do, we just wanna break this chocolate in the pot. Of course, the one that is on top, not the one that has the water in. And wait until he melts. So you can put your stove on high, because now the object is that the water start boiling. When the water start boiling, you can turn down a little bit the stove, because the pot is warming up enough. In the meantime, we're gonna open the Maria Goya cookies and we're gonna put them in a big bowl. At this point, we're gonna crush them. We want to make something that is similar to the bottom of a cookie jar. So we don't wanna really create like a powder. We just wanna have some crushed cookies situation. Now I take my butter that is at room temperature and I add the sugar and I start mixing with the spatula. So at this point the chocolate is melted. So I'm gonna add to the butter and sugar. And you mix all together. Here we go. At this point, you can add the liquid made with the butter, the chocolate, and the sugar into the cookies. Now at this point, don't forget to add your nuts if you have them. You can simply break them with your hand, or if you prefer to put them in a food processor, you can. But since we have some piece of the cookies, they're gonna work just fine if you just scramble them just like that. So now that we have the dough ready, I mean, it looks like a dough. It's kind of compacted with everything mixed together. We need a piece of aluminum foil that we're gonna put on the bottom. And on top, we're gonna put a piece of parchment paper if you have it, or wax paper would work as well. So because this is for making 2 chocolate salami, we're just gonna pour half of that on top of the parchment paper, kind of on a line as much as you can. Here we go. And now with the help of your hand, you just try to make what is supposed to be a salami, so kind of a log shape. So just press it firmly and compact the whole thing, kind of like that. Of course, you want to have kind of the same diameter, so just keep working and press it firmly down so you don't have any hole. You can keep rolling and pressing and then close it like a big candy. And if you feel there's still some air, you can still compress it just like that. And now the aluminum foil, the aim is to take everything in place together. So just pressing it down firmly, just to secure what you just compressed with the parchment paper. And you close it like it would be a big can. At this point, the salami is done. It's a little soft because of course the butter and the chocolate are not cold. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna put this and the other one that I'm doing in the refrigerator for 2-3 hours. And then, like they do in the show, in the TV show, I'm gonna show you what it turns like. Okay guys, it's been about 3 hours. I took out the salami. Now it's really hard as a rock. And I'm gonna show you how to slice it and why it's called chocolate salami. So once you took out the aluminum, you wanna just leave the parchment, take a sharp knife, and just don't start from the beginning, but just a little bit further, and always use an angle that is not perpendicular. That's also for a regular salami. You know, the slice is bigger and it's easy to cut. So this is the reason why it's called a chocolate salami, because it looks like a salami. You cut a slice and then you peel exactly like you would do for a salami. It can break, and that's the chocolate salami.